This week, did we bite off more than we can chew? We're pushing the campers to the limit, tackling the Bicentennial Trail and searching for the best view over the world's widest canyon.
On! Woo!
We feel like we're going to roll.
Watch as we do everything we can to get to the top. It's day 3 of our Your 4x4 adventure in the Blue Mountains. After a good night's sleep at camp, we pack up our gear and prepare to tackle the Bicentennial National Trail.
Simon would really like to drive the Bicentennial Track, which has an amazing lookout up the top and no shortage of challenges to actually get there.
This is going to take a while. It's going to give the cars a workout. We'll see what drivers can drive, who can think, who can pick lines. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a top day.
I'm coming up to the first mud hole now, heading for the diff locks.
Awesome, let's do it.
Righto, 2 choices on the first obstacle of the day. We could go left, where you could kind of see there might have been a couple issues there in the path, or you could go right, which we also had no idea just how deep that was. Simon, thinking his Iveco is invincible, chose to go left.
Here we go.
Simon immediately got stuck.
Second gear and a bit more berries. Looks like we're running the winch cable.
Let's go do it, hey? Let's run some winches.
Guys, we're 100 metres into the track from where we camped last night. And have a look, we've got the Iveco stuck, front and rear lockers, 37-inch tyres, low pressure. The floor of that hole is nice and soft. We'll get the front winch hooked up, we'll drag ourselves through and we'll keep going. This is awesome. Got the tree trunk protector 1.5 meters up the tree, so it's not pulling us down to the hole. Hopefully it's going to give us a little bit of lift. Yeah, baby! Woo! That's how we do it.
Ready for the drop off? Here we go.
Steve and I both thought we are not going that side, so we went to the right of that bog hole. It looked really steep. I wasn't sure how deep the water was either.
Crawled it, baby. Crawled it.
And the angle going into the water, I didn't know how the van would handle it. But it was a dream.
Took the easier way. We got through okay with the van.
The best was to come. On the farewell tour for the mighty Pirado, I was like, you know what, I'm sick of taking the easy trail. Let's go through the middle. I'm sure I can get through.
Do it, do it, do it. I'll put the diff locks in first up. Yes.
This will swallow the Prado. That's a pretty good attempt.
Blowing bubbles. Not to worry though, Alex from ARB came around, he took the easy trail, thankfully. Snatched me up and I was out in no time at all.
Driving, Charlie, drive!
There was a little bit of a chicken going on between the Piranha and the Mike Coolman car today, a bit of a buck moment.
I had Mike Coolman in my cornice. Names we won't say on camera, but saying, oh, we're a little bit too soft, we won't go down that. And yeah, it obviously didn't take too much to get us over the line.
What a mess.
Look what you did to my car. Your car, my car. It's more dirty than your
Yeah, we're going to try a low and slow approach on the right. Like a glove, mate. We didn't even make a splash.
Came to this, what looked like almost impossible cliff face to climb up with the vans.
This is the big climb. This really was my dream. of bringing the compact MDCs up through this section.
You could go to the right where you did hit up a big step with the camper on, going to hit the drawbar coming along behind you. Or the other option, a little bit to the left, got a big washout in the middle you can straddle.
Looking good. Let's get amongst it. Turned out to be the biggest challenge of the day. Simon drove it first in the Iveco.
So far, so good. Woo-hoo! Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Come on!
Good job.
Yeah.
First gear low range, we're going to try and crawl it up without breaking anything. Even though you have plenty of traction on rocks, they are technical. And I got a little bit caught out. Back it up, did you say?
Back it up and give it a little bit more.
The grunt of the V8. It was exciting and over the top, and away we went.
Once Steve tackled the rocky climb, next up was Anya in the Land Cruiser 300.
Simon obviously was spotting me, which was super helpful.
Keep coming, keep coming. Keep coming.
Gets halfway up and Simon said, would you like to do something a little bit naughty?
I need to keep my job.
I said, well, yeah, absolutely. He got me to go off to the left and then spin it back to the right.
Straight up, straight up, straight up.
Everyone was cheering me. I don't know what it looks like.
So proud of you. Go girl. You've never seen someone enjoy those challenges as much as Anya.
Clearview guys seem to get stitched up and they've got the biggest van with probably the smallest engine here.
I don't think we've ever been as challenged as that rock face.
Some really nasty parts in the rock steps, they were pretty deep. The whole thing just got really crossed up. Caravan got itself stuck.
Give us a winch. Let's get it on film.
You can't put a price on the experience that Simon has. We're very safe in his hands, we're not too worried.
He's gentle when he needs to be in the rough and under time.
The setup we've got here is really simple. It's called a redirect.
Simon positioned himself to run his big winch to winch up anyone who did get stuck if they didn't have their own winch.
We couldn't get the vehicle lined up for a straight line pull. I've got the caravan on the back. It's too hard to turn it around in this tight area. I picked a tree that's living. It's large enough to carry the load. And we've used a soft shackle snatch block to redirect the flow of the winch cable. Down on the vehicle, I used a bridle to distribute the weight across the two chassis rails because we're carrying a lot of load. It just means you're doing everything possible to ensure maximum safety. Well, that's what I think, but people tell me that opinions count. So how about you leave a comment below?
It really showed everyone that we can winch with a van on the back and to make it all work.
Thank you, Simon.
Rog, come up, Simon.
We're good to go.
I was thinking hug that left line with my front left wheel.
That's the easy line.
Oh, I'll go right then.
Not too challenging for those without the caravans behind us.
In for some fun going up the rock face. Yeah.
Righto, straight up the hill. Honestly, a little bit of gas, just lean back and let it do its thing.
This thing's a go anywhere rig.
All right, bring it up, Mickey.
On our way.
He's got no excuses. He's got one of the most powerful engines, no van. He should be straight up there like a breeze.
Easy. You got a red dip lock?
Finally figured out that our new car has more buttons than we can push.
Remember to put the diff lock on, guys.
Yeah.
A little bit of guiding around, but then he was up and gone.
I must have bumped it when I put the phone down.
After watching the convoy, we thought it's time for the Piranha guys to show them how it's done.
They do call us the Formula One team of this trip.
Far out.
All right, Nick. Good to go.
What if I'm not ready?
In my 300, I've just walked up there.
for the big rock climb, it was then a transit along this track. Real slow, bit of a crawl. But when you got to the rock, it's just...
As we're going up, looking in front of us, all the campers were just absolutely shaking side to side.
It was quite bumpy in some areas. Got a few wobbles up. The caravan is hitting the rocks behind me. We took it slowly. It was really cool.
There was a little bit of terrain which offered a bit of a challenge. Trailing arm suspension, the big bore shock absorbers, they're made to take it. You barely feel it behind a large vehicle like this one.
When you're towing, you've got to make sure that we've got the right spares to get you out of trouble when you're in remote areas. So this week's Trek touring tip is all about trailer spares. Now, a few things that we're carrying this week whilst we're away in the Blue Mountains. We've got a variety of bearings to suit the trailer that we've got behind us. We've got some spare shackles because you never know when they'll go missing. We've got some caster nuts, and because we're carrying bearings, we've got some grease. All of these products are from Jag Sing. They're top quality, they're built for purpose. So wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, plan ahead and get all of your touring gear from trekhardware.com.au.
Along this track, we also had some pretty awesome bog holes. All of us were seeing who could make the biggest splash.
Anya loves to make a splash with that vehicle, which always looks great on the camera.
We would just, along these beautiful fire trails, every few hundred metres there was a series of puddles. Nothing too challenging, which was great fun and resulted in a fantastic view.
We get to our lunch spot, which was a beautiful lookout overlooking the Walgan Valley, complete drop-off.
What a spot, lunchtime. In the Blue Mountains, you're never going to have a bad lunch spot, that's for sure. We were pretty quick to get to the front.
Here we have the natural piranha in his unnatural habitat. Come out here, the big city boys have got no idea what's going on. And I can tell that they're really struggling just to put the tail together.
You got something to say, big boy? Come here.
Beef, cheese, egg and tomato wraps. That's got to get the guys started the right way.
Be able to set up our canopy there, put our tables and chairs down and have a wrap and a drink together. It's a core memory. It lasts with me for a long time.
Beautiful, beautiful spot. Really worth the trip. Seen it now from two angles. Yesterday we saw it from the east side and now this is the west side.
Set the chair up, got to sit down and just take in this awesome scenery.
It was just amazing to see how big the place is. You don't realise how wide that canyon is. You can see forever.
Absolutely fantastic, just opens up, it's panoramic.
The Blue Mountains is just an area that I hadn't been to before, but definitely will come back. It's just so beautiful. You could just sit there, it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm here!
With our planned route closed, we had no choice but to go back the way we came. Meaning we had to face the old adage, what goes up must come down.
Coming back down those rock steps offers a different type of challenge. When you're going up and you run out of traction, you stop moving. If you're coming downhill and you run out of traction, you speed up. First thing I do is I wind up the brake controller on the caravan or camper. That way, if I'm braking gently on the pedal, it will activate enough brake on the camper or caravan to look after its own weight. On rocks, you can actually get away with a brake controller level, which will lock up the brakes, because if they're skidding, the caravan's going to stay behind you. Unlike if you lock the rear brakes down a muddy descent, it's probably going to try and overtake you.
Now Unfortunately, there are some track closures in the area, which means that we've got to go back the same way we came in, which is actually exciting because we go over that massive drop-off. And while most people don't realise, I'm going to engage the rear diff lock. It just gives us that added cross-axle traction when we're going downhill in case there's any little wheel lift or any slippage. It gives us that extra level of control. We won't bother with the front diff lock, we won't need it. Just that rear, that extra drag with the traction will be all we need. The Garden of Stones, the big descent, we just nailed it.
Then it was everyone else's turn.
Coming out on our way.
The fun bit.
This is a bit terrifying, isn't it?
Can't see, so I don't know where I'm going. The importance of having a spotter is making sure the car's working exactly as it's supposed to. Your wheel placement is good, especially coming down. If you get a wheel placed wrong in the rut, it will lift the back of the car so high that that gravity will take over and roll you over, and you definitely don't want that coming down a hill. I found all the buttons.
They're really your guide.
Bit of left hand down, a little bit of right hand down, but he can see what's in front of you where you can't because you've got that bonnet in front of you.
Left the touch. Yep, left the touch.
He can actually see where your bull bar is, where your wheels are, what you're going to hit.
Straighten up, straighten up.
So that spotter is number one. He's your guy that's going to get you in or he's going to get you out.
That's the last step, you're through now, well done. Hard left, hard left, hard left, turn it. Straighten up now. Yep. You are through, well done, great drive on ya.
Thank you.
Don't need your directions here, Simon.
Keep going left, come down there.
God dang. Good drive.
What's the drive, Nick?
Never a doubt.
Having made it down in high spirits, we were all looking forward to an easy run to the main road. Or so we thought.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
I put some zip ties on his tail shaft.
Every time!
We were trying to plan our revenge. It didn't exactly go to plan.
My call went to bed before me, so I tried to zip tie his tank shut.
Tristan's got the worst poker face I've ever seen. I know exactly what he's going to do.
We went to bed inside his rooftop tent with pliers.
Snip, snip, I'm back out again.
Mitch, what are you laughing at?
That's that superstar TV god, Alex. Go, you good thing. Bring her on down, baby.
Turn. Keep it going.
We haven't even got into the Gardens of Stones yet, and the wind's just coming out. Big day ahead. Big day ahead.